Great. So I'm Kristell, and I will keep this as brief as possible just for the sake of time. But a little bit about myself. I'm a watercolor and digital artist. I have 4 girls between the ages of 18 and 6. And I love art. I love children. I'm also an art teacher. I have an art studio that I run out of my house. So I love teaching art, and I love creating art. And I had this idea for this class. It's been brewing for a while, and actually just kind of piggybacking off of what you're saying about AI, especially like being an artist, all of this coming out with AI art. I'm sure you've seen all these things that are generated like at a snap of your finger. There's art. And there's this quote, art is the highest form of hope. And my vision for the course is to basically keep art human, because I feel that that is part of what makes us human, is creating art, whether that's visual arts or it's creating music. And my idea for this course was specifically to encourage students to be able to create their art by hand. I know that there's a lot of things that you can do digitally. And what makes this course a little bit unique is that it's going to be 50% analog and then 50% digital. So if you can think about having a toolbox with all of your art supplies, you're going to learn how to use Photoshop as one of those art supplies. So this is just a quick little example I have here of this presentation. I painted these flowers, and then I was able to turn it into these screensavers. And what I love about Photoshop specifically is it keeps all the little nuances of something that was created by hand. So you have the watercolor bleeds, you can see the texture, but then we can use it to enhance the artwork and then be able to turn it into something new. And this makes it really fun. There's something kind of like magical about taking your art and then seeing it in different applications. At least that's what I have found. And then you're able to share it with more people instead of it just, you painted something or you drew something and then it kind of just gets tucked away. This being able to put it in the digital space allows you to share it. There's literally hundreds of possibilities. Like you could take these same painted flowers and you could turn it into a repeat pattern and it's fabric or wrapping paper, or you can turn it into a card, or you can turn it into a sticker. Like there's just so many things you can do once you get your artwork into Photoshop. So this is just a quick example of what the syllabus entails. Obviously, you have to learn the tech. So that is the first building block of the course, is how to use Photoshop. It's a really robust program. So we'll be learning Photoshop from the perspective of an artist to be able to learn how to edit your art. And from there, once you learn the tech, then you're going to learn how to design in collections, or some people call it series. So like once you've made art, how can we make this cohesive? And we'll be learning some basic design principles. And we're also going to tap into story, which is one of the big things that I do with my personal art is a lot of times before I create it, I am writing out a story or experience, and then that gets my mind going, and then I can create art based off of that. So that'll be part of the designing collections, is taking your own experiences, learning how to source inspiration, not just jumping on the internet and, using other people's experiences, but really, I feel like that's what makes art touch other people's lives, is when it comes from your own heart. And then the last part of the course is learning how to give and receive feedback, which I know it can be really challenging when you've put your heart and soul into that piece of art. But there is a way that we're going to do that as a class. We're going to learn how to give the feedback and also how to evaluate your own work as well. And here are just some quick examples of some of the projects. So I want the students to be able to learn by doing. Like, this is a very hands-on class, as it should be. It's art, but this is just some examples of my own work. So I've got this painting that I did that I was able to turn into an art print. Then in the middle, we're going to also be learning about seamless repeats. So this middle, it's actually really interesting. I wish I had the actual art handy to show you, but it's literally like, this is made with ink and watercolor, and it's like all these separate pieces that I put together in the seamless repeat. And then on the end, you'll see that there's this little fox. I love to paint animals, but we'll also learn how to mock things up onto different products. And they can even see, like, hey, if you want to, I don't know, you want to give a really personal gift, maybe they can learn how to mock things up on a t-shirt, see if they like it, and then they can actually learn where to go to get that printed and have like this actual, their art come into the real world aside from what they've originally painted. So I'm super excited about this class. Like, I am so honored to be here with all of you, and I'm just excited.
Thank you.